Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back once again with Eldrazi ramp and a solid opening hand on the play for game one. So, I mean, this is Snapkeep. It's turn 2 Mycospawn, turn 3 kicked Mycospawn. So Forest, Utopia Sprawl, on red, and pass, and pass. Let's try and get a sense of what our opponent's playing. Burning Catacombs, Fetch, Overgrown Tomb Shock. Okay, for Delighted Halfling, so this tells me it's likely Yawgmoth. Well, Temple. We will cast Sowing Mycospawn and fetch for Eldrazi Temple and pass and pass. All our roots. Yep, that's fine. Malevolent Rumble. Fine. Soul Cauldron. Yawgmoth. They do choose the Cauldron. Does bring in the question if I should just grab Karn here. Or cast Karn, rather. Command. Okay. That's interesting. Because we can go Sanctum. So I can go Sanctum. We can Kicker. Mycospawn. Kick Tomb. Grab another Temple. And now I can do a few things. We can hold the Kozak's command, that way whatever they target we can exile if we want. Let's go attacking, start applying pressure to the board. I forgot that they have the wall roots. Does mean that they can't use it now though, so that's good in that sense. Yep, we'll just pass. There's a Soul Cauldron, that's fine. And they try and grab Waller Roots. So I think we will exile, exile, so exile, exile, done. Exit 1, and pass. Another command. We'll attack with all. Down to 11. We'll play the lab. No imprint. The question now is, do we go for Sanctum of Ugin command? Because we can trigger Sanctum off of command now, right? Leaving us with 3. Otherwise we can just play Karn, which I think probably is the safer bet here. Yeah, just play Karn. And what are we afraid of at this moment in time? I mean, there isn't really too much, is there? We can grab Tormod's Crypt, but Agatha Soul Cauldron's offline. We can grab Liquid Metal Coating. That does leave us only with a command X2, or X0 rather. This might be better to keep it as an X4. Could grab Tormod's Crypt just in case. That way we can play around a Grist. That's a thought. Yeah, we can grab Tormod's Crypt, play around a Grist, and just pass. Overrun Tomb, Shock, Grist. So we were right about Grist. Ignoble Hierarch. You'll sacrifice something to get rid of Karn. That's fine. Yep, Karn down. This is all okay. Draw Wooded Foothills. Well, at this point, play the Wooded Foothills. And both Soy and Micah spawn at Grist. Soul Cauldron. Hierarch. Let's go. Well, why not just do this? Tormod script you. Grist down. And we'll just pass. This way, if they go after Grist again, we can Kozilek's command. Yep. In fact, what I'll do is actually do something a little bit different. Yes, that's fine. And we're going to scry draw. Sanctum of Ugin. Yes. I'll grab Emrakul, the Promised End. Bottom, bottom, top, bottom, 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 top, and top. Okay. Seiju, sure. GSC 3 for Grist, sure. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, yeah, we just cast Emrakul. We'll attack you. No block. Yep, that's fine. Our turn, comrade. I got the Soul Cauldron. Well, I guess we get just to reset something. Main. Well, actually, I can tick up with you. I can... When one or more Artifact creatures. Oh, hold on. I'm actually curious on that card. Card from Aether Drift. When one of our creatures leave your graveyard, you gain 1. When this enchantment enters, mill 4. Oh. So a way for infinite life. I'll get rid of the Dredger's Insight. I will pay 2. Reset Agatha Soul Cauldron. Let's exile Agatha Soul Cauldron. I will pass. In retrospect, I should have minused the Grist. I was thinking to myself a way to get a +1/+1 counter on it. There's Rumble. We'll take the Yawg. No, actually, take the Misty. There's Yawg. Fetch. The Soul Cauldron for Yawg. Dryad Arbor, yeah. Activate Grist. Sacrifice, destroy an Emrakul. We will fetch. Commercial District. To graveyard. I mean, we EE for 0. We just win. EE. Cast EE for 0. That'll clear both the Insect and the Dryad. They can make Swain Mycospawn -2, but it won't really matter. So we'll win that. A little bit sloppy. Definitely could have taken their turn a bit better. I was thinking that there's going to be a way for me to put a token on the... or a counter on the token, which there wasn't. Should have just minus Grist, not sacrificed anything, play the Agatha Soul Cauldron, reset the Soul Cauldron, passed. I think that probably would have been the better play and would have resulted in a win sooner. So that's my mistake there. But we got there. As far as this matchup's concerned, let me take a look at my sideboard guide real quick. Chrysalis in, or rather, Stonebrain in, Return in, cutting Chrysalis and Emrakul. Yeah, that seems correct. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'd want to do instead. But I think that's correct. I'm not 100% certain on Stonebrain in this matchup. It's okay. Right, it forces them onto a mid-range game plan. I'm not sure it's necessary is the thing. Like, the return definitely feels correct. I wonder if we just cut a Karn for that, though. Yeah, I do like this. on the draw for game 2. I can keep this. Button's already down to 5. 2 snap mulligans. Pass. Land, fetch. Imagine delayed halfling on 1. Forest. GSZ for 0. So a Kozilek's command off the top would be really nice. No command. We'll play Temple Pass. Pass. Verge. Wrist. Tick up. Yep. Well, there's the command that we were hoping for a turn earlier. I think it might still be right to bolt the bird here. You can do that in ramp. And pass. And hold the ability to respawn in case we need to sacrifice a spawn. Tick up. Yawgmoth. Thoughtseize. Yep, pass. There goes Karn. Attack for 1, that's fine. There's a Sowing Myco spawn. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can rumble and... No, we can't. Because we need Talisman. We could play Talisman, however. 2, 4, 5, 6. Might be better to hold. No need for a Bojuka Bog right now. That would be good for us to set up our next turn, so maybe a Commercial District is correct. Alternatively, you could grab a Stomping Grounds untapped and rumble, which I think might be correct here. I mean, there's Devourer, Emrakul, Worldbreaker, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we'll grab the Emrakul. We'll pass. Hold up the ability to respond. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tick up. GSZ. Another Sowing Myco spawn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, play the lab. No imprint. Here comes the Emrakul. No attacks. Fulminator Mage. Okay. Bit late for that. Agatha Soul Cauldron. That's a bit annoying, especially if you do have Mage. Oh, we will go to combat. Attack, attack. block and block. Undying Trigger on the stack. Second main. Yeah, so I mean, we can -5, make it so that Grist can't... No, actually, no. Correct to do this because destroy target creature planeswalker. Yes. On the stack. Sacrifice the Yawgmoth. Then I may... and I'll target Grist. That's what I wanted to do last game and didn't have the opportunity. We'll pass at this point. I mean, even if they Fulminator Mage me at this point, I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. There's the Cauldron. They can grab Grist. Yep. Then get rid of Emrakul. Yeah, maybe the only downside of doing that. Uragast. Interesting. Also, why didn't you tick down? You ticked up instead. Fascinating. Okay. So, let's go to combat. No block. Down to 4. I can play Wooded Foothills. I can emerge for 2 out of Emrakul. So if I go for Kicker... Would emerge out of... For what is the question? Do we want to actually kick here? I don't think I do, actually. What I need actually is another green source. Which I can get. Okay. Yeah, I can make this work. He can grab Sanctum of Ugin. I can cast Talisman of Impulse. I can fetch for Stomping Ground Shock. I can emerge out of Emrakul. I'll stack the trigger Sanctum, Aragast. Aragast will exile my hand of 0 cards, draw 3. I will sacrifice Sanctum to search for a World Breaker. I'll then emerge World Breaker by sacrificing Aragast and paying for green. And we'll get rid of the Agatha Soul Cauldron. And Bone scoops it up. Yeah. In retrospect, I wonder if it was more correct just to minus Grist for its ultimate, dealing me 0 damage instead. If that would have made more sense. That way they wouldn't be able to grab Grist with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Yeah, in retrospect, I think that may have been correct. And everything else we did was probably correct. So, bit of a misplay on my part. But we did get there in the end. A little bit sloppily, but we're going to make it work. That said, we'll be back for match 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Hand is okay. It's keepable. Would like a green source. Wouldn't mind another soul land. Reveal Devourer. Try and find those things. And pass. Okay, it's looking like it could be energy. Soul Warden. Eh. Interesting. Huh. Wasn't expecting a Soul Warden, not gonna lie. Budget energy, not playing Guide of Souls, playing Soul Warden instead. Wow. Hitting nothing. I mean, that's a turn 3 Myco spawn. Eh. Could make that work. It's not great, but it's doable. Play the temple. Pass. Maybe would have been more correct to play something like another Soul Warden. What the fresh what? Okay. Wait, no land drop? No land drop. Fascinating. Play the Ghost Quarter. Pass. What is happening? Double Soul Warden. Okay. Soul Sisters? Okay. I mean, I think I just get rid of Guide of Souls on end step here. Is this just like straight up mono white Soul Sisters? Done. Yeah, I mean, I guess it will grow you. Another Sowing Myco spawn. Jesus. Alright, Eldrazi. Cast Sowing Myco spawn. I'm wondering if we go with a Stomping Ground Shock Malevolent Rumble. Yeah, I'll do that. You'll gain more life for what it's worth. Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll grab the lab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe just the forest. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess that way we can play the Devourer. And pass. Soul. Okay, yeah. Just Soul Sisters. Trying to out-life gain me, I guess. An EE on 1 here is really good. Okay. There's Emrakul. Oh, I'm gonna kick a Myco spawn. Opponent scoops it up. Yes, the opponent scoops it up. Mono white life gain? Or mono white soul sisters, question mark? Probably should be scrubbed from the data, at least from the card data, because kind of not relevant here, I don't think. Return in, card out. Call it a day. Yeah. Submit. Run it back. Soul Sisters was not on my bingo card of Aether Drift decks. Was there any card in Aether Drift that enables Soul Sisters that I'm just missing? I will keep this. Land, a Soul Sister. Legion's Landing. I haven't seen that card played since Dominaria Standard when I was on mono white aggro. Wild. Shock. Sprawl. For red. And pass. And pass. Question. Turn 2 Mycospawn or Sandbag at a turn? Temple Shock. So, okay. It is not Azorius. Selesnya. Okay. Double Ocelot Pride. The double Ocelot Pride's a bit scary. I need a return here, ideally. No return. I think putting a blocker on board is correct now. We have the Sanctum in hand. I think we just go Temple. I guess we could go Ghost Quarter for Legion Landing if it flips. That's actually a thought. Yeah. We can Ghost Quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing is then if we draw into a 7, so I think Temple is still correct then. Yeah, I thought about it more, decided this is correct. Oh, pass. I mean, you can definitely flip the Legion Landing without having to sacrifice an Ocelot Pride and still build the board. We'll block the Lifelinker. Essence Warden? Voice of the Blast. Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. And then you're going to get a lot of triggers. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, there's the command. I was just thinking about that. So we can at the very least command X2 to get rid of that. I guess I could command X5. Yeah, that's a thought. Next turn an X1 or X0 might be good for Karn. I mean, command X5 would trigger the Sanctum. Is that what we want? X2 would leave us with 5 Karn, but then what of Karn? That then becomes the question. I guess Torpor Orb might be good, question mark, but we need to get rid of these cats first. So maybe Sanctum is smart here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so the biggest thing is I want to clear the board. Yeah, I think we just go x equals 2 to exile you. Maybe it is correct. Hold on. Maybe it is correct to go Sanctum. Because I think at this point, then we're just generating a spawn as a blocker. Sanctum trigger. I'm gonna say no. You're gonna gain a ton of freaking life. Yeah. And then Karn Break Creator. Get their focus not on my life total, but on Karn. And grab EE and pass. Fortunately, I can't activate it. And pass. Another pride, because, you know, don't have enough cats. And a champion. Uh-huh. Are they just going after me? Looks like it. Okay. Well, I'll take the 7. And all the triggers in the world. You'll get a ton of life. It's gonna break MTGO. Because I feel like it might break MTGO. Huh. You done yet? Nope, not even close. Not even close. Oh, you done now? There we go. Okay. Yeah. Sure. About that. What do we do now? I guess I can grab Torpor Orb. So that way they at least have to attack with the Pride. So first, let's play EE. Yeah? Play EE for 0. That much is a must. Otherwise we lose. We can minus Karn for Torpor Orb. I can, instead of red, green, red. For, we'll say green. Talisman of Impulse. Torpor Orb. And Misty Rainforest. Okay. We'll pass. No attacks. And go to combat. Yes. I mean, just attack all at this point, right? I guess you're saying some at Karn. So ideally no more life gain for you. Okay, so all attacking to blocks. So any at Karn. Those are at Karn, that's at me. Karn going down is fine. That's at me. And you're at me? Yes. Okay. We're then going to activate EE. Clear the board of tokens for now. Karn down. Ocelot Pride down. I'm down to 6. And what we doing now, friend? Do drop cure. Jesus. Words. Yes. End step. You get 3 triggers from Pride. Yes. I'm going to fetch a Misty Rainforest. And we're going to grab Commercial District. And we're going to hope for a return on the top. That's not a return, so into graveyard go. Okay. Well, Lethal's on board. That, he only saved me for a turn. We got nothing. We concede. Okay, so Selesnya Soul Sisters. Lost for game 2. Wild. Maybe we want to cut Karn here. We're going to be on the play, so we can cut Gemstone, keep 1 Karn. Either that or cut Gemstone and then grab EE, but I think we just keep the Karn. On the play for game 3. I'll keep means an early Karn, early Rumble, potential Urgast line into Emrakul, pass, and pass. Well, they have no threats here. I think we play Karn. How did they not have a threat, though? Like, the entire deck is 1-drops, right? That's suspicious. Are they gonna have Orange Chant here? No? Curious. To Malevolent Rumble or not to Malevolent Rumble? That is the question. I mean, I think Karn is just correct here. They have nothing on board. If we just go Karn into Liquid Metal and start sinkholing them, I think that's just GG's. Stomping Ground Shock, so that way we can potentially Aragast. Karn? minus card. Yes. For liquid metal. Pass. Next turn we can liquid metal and chalice on one. Fetch with the windswept. Shock. What? Shock. Champion. Voice. Okay. World Breaker. I mean, theoretically speaking, we could just go Karn EE2 now. That get rid of our talisman. Let's start with Rumble. Actually, before we do that, let's play Talisman. Talisman, Rumble, Coding, but then that means that Karn gets hit, which is okay. Yeah, Talisman, Rumble. There's a Myco spawn that would allow us to... we'd be short, wouldn't we? Let's Myco spawn. Is there a world where I can Myco spawn Aragast into Emrakul next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Not really. I mean, their entire deck runs off of enter the battlefield effects. So like a Torpor Orb next turn will still be good. We can double Sinkhole them. Rising Canopy, yep. We'll attack Karn, that much is obvious. We'll have a blocker for Karn next turn. What in the world do you have in your hand, friend? You're making 0 sense. Ugin Lab, Imprint the Breaker. Okay, so there actually might be a way for us to go off this turn. Because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4, so we can grab Sanctum. Emerge from Sowing. Trigger. Exile my empty hand. Trigger. 4 types in yard. Yes. Grab Emrakul from library. Emerge Emrakul from Aragast. Take control of your turn. Jesus, nothing but Collected Company. Holy hell. Heliod. Oh, I wonder if you also have whatchamacallit? Walking Ballista? Yeah, most likely. So I guess like Heliod Company combo plus Soul Sisters. Definitely interesting. Definitely not a tiered deck. Should not be included in our card data, I don't think. That said, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, And we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. I feel like this might be a mirror match. I have a sneaking suspicion. Hand's keepable. Hand's actually pretty keepable. I'll keep, reveal, and pass. Good luck, have fun, friend. Saga, trigger. Okay, well, it's not the mirror match. Instead, it's Titan, which is going to be tricky. We might want to go after Karn here for turn 2 Karn. Might be one of our few outs here. Apparently my opponent watches my video, so I will attempt not to butcher your name, but hello, Paragon? Paragon? I think that's how I would say your name. So, hello friend. Appreciate you for watching the videos. So, they can actually grab anything here. I imagine they grab Spelunking. Let's see. Yeah, the turn 2 card is going to be good, but it's going to require them not to have Titan in hand or GSC. Now, if they grab Spelunking, that also messes us up a bit. They choose Boseiju. That's okay. Okay, so let's Misty Rainforest, fetch. Stomping Ground, shock. KGC, minus, yes. For Chalice on 0. Pass. So now we are hoping that they don't have Titan in hand. The problem is, as well, since they have Boseiju in hand, they can get rid of Chalice. But then they would need a +1. Vesuva for Stomping Ground. Okay. So that's their land for turn. Do they have a Dryad? Here. So one more. That would be 6. So if they have the Titan in hand, they have it. Otawara. Okay, no Titan then, unless they have... What else would they need? Boseiju. Boseiju hit... Oh, lab. That's fine. Yes, that's A-okay. We'll grab commercial districts. Forest is not gonna make the cut right now. So let's see here. They have 2 cards in hand, right? So I think maybe Forest is correct, actually, because we're gonna Writhing Chrysalis as a blocker for Dryad. Then we can grab Liquid Metal Coating. And then that way, any bounce land they play, we can brick. So maybe Forest is okay here. Yeah, we'll put it on top. Draw. Forest. Writhing Chrysalis. Minus Karn for Liquid Metal Coating. As we learned yesterday, resolve the triggers one at a time. Okay, we're not going to use Coating right now. We're going to wait for a bounce land. a forest. That's fine. Ace blunking kind of throws things out a window, though. This is the only problem. I don't see a Valakut also throws things out a window. I wonder, there's also an argument here that we should have just gone Karn into EE for one. Because possible they might just now natural cast Titan. If they natural cast Titan, then we're also SOL. That would be a problem. Right now they're at 5. One land gets them there. Teleria West? Teleria West. Yes. Transmute. 4. Simic Growth. In response. Seiju. Yes. Stomping Grounds tapped. This does mean now that they might just have the win next turn. Oof. Oofta. So, Utopia Sprawl on red. Talisman of Impulse. We'll bog you just in case you have Aftermath Analyst and... Well, we know you picked up a land. So we know that you don't have it. Take up on Karn. And pass. Picked up a Seiju. Oh no, I guess you picked up a Seiju, so you still have one card in hand. Lotus Field, oh Jesus. I mean, that tells me I think you have the Titan. Yeah, I guess that's the one downside about Liquid Metal now, is that because they play the Lotus Field, there's no guarantee that the coding actually is relevant. Yeah. That's a thought. Maybe I should stop going for that line, even if the amulet's only in play. Because I'm trying to think back to the earlier turns if it would have been more correct to grab EE to clear the Vigors. If they sandbag one, however, then it doesn't matter. But it means that they would need to have one. I think my opponent messed up. Our opponent did mess up. That's why we never concede, friends. Yeah. That is rough. I've been there, done that. Myco spawn. So we can kick the mirror pool. That way they can't grab another Titan. We can grab EE for 1. And we can get rid of the amulets. Yeah, it's probably correct. So let's grab... Ghost Core does not do anything. So yeah, EE for 1. Minus Karn. EE for 1. Done. No reason to not activate this now. And pass. Yeah. So I'm wondering if the liquid metal coating line is incorrect going forward. Like, I guess in that moment we wanted to protect Karn. But was Karn necessary to us winning in that position? Probably not. Well, they have gotten to Titan anyways. Yeah. Is maybe the right move instead to pick up... I mean, they had Beseiju for Torpor. What else could we do there? I'm trying to think. I guess we could have just stone brained out Titan. That then leaves them with the Aftermath Analyst loop available to them. Yeah. Probably Vestige. We'll fetch for our last forest. Draw into a Ghost Quarter. Pass their draw step. Have them draw a card. Ghost Quarter, Simic. Not that I think it really matters in the long run. Saga. Ugh, of course. Could have left it for the Saga. Probably would have been correct to do so. Windswept Teeth does literally nothing now. That is a dead card as dead cards could be. So we'll just pass. Yeah, if we would have waited for the Saga, that would have been good. Because now we're in a bit of trouble. Because now they can make constructs. Yeah, they start off small, but they can get big quick. Drill Turf. Make a construct. Yep, tis a 1/1. For now. Chrysalis. Pass. I mean, they can grab another amulet, not that they need it at this point. To be fair, I'm currently living on borrowed time. I should very well be dead. So So I'll take what potential avenues I have available to me. I guess they could grab map. I don't know if they run multiple Teleria Wests, but I'm doubtful. I want to say they run one, maybe two tops. So they could grab map, grab Teleria West. But grabbing the Amulet makes sense. Ah, shoot. Yeah, Aftermath is actually really rough here, because I think they have the loop now, where they can strip my entire board. I mean, I'm just gonna pass at this point in time. Because they copy Lotus Field, right? No, hold up. They're missing a key part, and that is whatchamacallit, Shifting Woodland. So they're not there yet. They copied Bog, targeting me. That's a bit unfortunate. Yep, so all engrave, exiled. I guess they can pick up the Seiju. We'll fail to find. They could haste the construct. I don't think that's correct, though. Yeah, milling up the GSC is unfortunate for them. Yep, hasting that. That's fine. Going to combat. And then deciding not to attack because Chrysalis can get big. We are drawing into nothing but bricks. Jesus. I will not play Sanctum because I think that is a solid Beseiju target. So I'll just pass. I hate having to sit back here, but it's correct. Yeah, so once again, thinking back, maybe just minus Karn for EE1, clear out the amulets where it was correct. It would have at least slowed them down a couple turns. The alternative is just minus Karn for... whatchamacallit? For Stonebrain. Yes, it leaves me open to... a couple things. Sorry, thinking. We block, we block, we block. No, I think we just block like this. Because then we sack. Otawara? Yeah. That's fine. No reason to sack then. Gemstone Cavern. Well, I'll play that. It's not doing much. But it's doing something. They'll become 5/5s, 6/6s? Yee. Not thrilled by that prospect, now am I? I forgot they have 2 sagas, that's right. That's not good. Not good at all. And you can haste it too? Yee. Like I said, I'm currently on borrowed time anyways. Yeah, so in retrospect, I think maybe the Stone Brain would have been correct way back when on turn 3. Yeah, means that we're weakened to the Aftermath Analyst line, but it would have meant that we weren't... Oh. Okay, well, Shifting Woodland, I think, just changes everything. You can haste it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, we were already dead to the Aftermath Analyst line here. I'm pretty certain. Well, you would have needed a way to get a Lotus Field trigger. Okay, well, there's Valakut. Yeah. Valakut trigger. Second Valakut trigger. Are they both at Myco spawn? For some reason, yes. Okay. No more legal targets. Go to blocks. We block. We block. We block. Yep, that is fine. I'll sacrifice. Resolve. Sacrifice. Resolve and pass. So that way we block as much damage as possible. Vesuva, Valakut. They'll trigger 2 times. Down to 2. So what's my out here if I don't die? It'd probably be Aragast or Emrakul. Map. Okay. I want to say they already played their 2 lands. Echoing Deeps. Alright, Aragast or Emrakul it is, otherwise I think it's bust. Paying cost. Beseiju. We'll shuffle for the sake of shuffling, so we can also look. Yep, 1 Emrakul, 2 Aragast, and we have the Sanctum in hand. Alright, come down to this draw. Myco spawn. Not gonna cut it, unfortunately. Yep, you got it. Concede. So... Teamer, Amulet Titan, lost for game 1. Right now the plan is Stone Rain in. We'll cut. Nope, not Ghost Quarter. Gemstone. And what else? Amulet Titan, Writhing Chrysalis, that's right. And bring in 2 brains. Run it back. Yeah, right now we're just testing the baseline deck, which I had into the new Aether Drift format. After a week's worth of data, we're gonna try a bit of change, both in main deck and probably the side. Main deck, probably thinking of bringing in 2 Ancient Stirrings, probably cutting a Writhing Chrysalis, maybe cutting a Devourer or an Aragast. Just testing out stirrings again. Maybe cutting a land. We'll see. But yeah, I would say 2 major misplays in game 1. Probably not going for... It's too slow, isn't it? Not going for Stone Brain on 3, and then using Ghost Quarters haphazardly. I think that probably was my undoing. Well, mulligan. We will keep. I will... Trying to think here, because there's a world we draw into Ugin's Lab, so we can Stone Brain on 2. So I think I drop the Wooded Foothill. Play Stomping Ground, Shock, Sprawl for red. And pass. And pass. So ideally we draw into Ugin's Lab. That's a Karn. So we could play Brain this turn. Let's rumble. Well, there's the Stone Rain. That would have been nice. Brain. Grab the Windswept Heath. Play Windswept Heath and pass. There's Saga. Simic Growth. So now they can make a construct. Spelunking. Dryad. Okay. Triad. And End Step. Fetch with the Windswept. Grab a Commercial District. Trigger. Rumble's not going to cut it. Yeah. Don't want to put it to grave though. I think so. Another temple. Funny enough, if we would have played the temple, then we would have been able to World Breaker. I'm not sure if that would have been relevant enough though. Well, let's go Brain and then name Primeval Titan. So we're not dead on board now. No Titan, but a Summoner's Pact. Now the problem is they could win off the back of something else. Specifically, the Aftermath Analyst combo. We'll pass. Not much else to do here. Pass. Next turn we can at least play Temple and then World Breaker. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. We're one short on just going EE though. They have Spelunking, we know that much. There's Spelunking. Number 1. Echoing Deeps goes for Saga, yep. And Spelunking number 2. Hamir battlements, Cruel Turf, pick up battlements? What's the thought process here? 4 picks up the Gruul Turf. Six mana. Lumra? Pact. Pact for Lumra. Yes. Lumra then mills picks. Good news is that the Hamir is tapped so they can't haste here. Lumra's now a what? 7/7, gonna be a 6/6. Yeah, imagine they just keep bounce lands on the field for the Lumra. Yeah, we'll take the 2. Now there's a few questions to ask. Temple, I think we just cast Worldbreaker here to block. The problem is it does get bigger than Breaker pretty quick, but we can get rid of a Saga at least. We can always block, I suppose, with the Eldrazi spawn instead. Yep, they have the Pact mana regardless of what I pick there. There's a Rumble. Finds a Scape Shift. That's frightening. Can I do anything about that? Well, no. Never mind. They can't Scape Shift because they can't grab the Rumble. Thank God for that noise. Chooses T-West. I guess they can T-West this turn. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Currently one off of Emrakul. So now they can T-West. Yep. Or Valakut. Okay. Spawn down. Makes a construct. No point in attacking. Oof. Yeah, about that. I mean, I can EE for 0, get rid of the construct. But is that actually good? We can EE for 1, get rid of Amulet, but then they still have the equivalent of 1 Amulet in the way of Spelunking. So that's a moot point there. Torp Orb, not doing too much right now. We could Stone Brain. No, we'd be short. Chalice on 0. Well, at the very least, we're casting Karn. That much is sure. Karn will likely die as a result of Valakut. So yeah, probably EE as Torpor Orb does not affect lands. And this way we can just go EE0 and get rid of the constructs. Do you make a construct, friend? You do not. Or maybe you do. Search trigger. We'll get rid of that. I don't foresee you playing Pithy Needle, but just in case. Amulet of Vigor, sure. Right now it's a 5/5. Again, Valakut. Karn down. 6/6. Magic's gonna become a 7/7. So Breaker's in a bit of trouble. Expedition map will fetch for a bounce land, Vesuva. Yeah, which can make a copy of a bounce land. Valakut's also a valid option. I imagine that's going at face or at World Breaker. At face. Yeah, that checks out. Tis a problem. Not to mention Lumra's now... Oh, they're just going to kill me with Lumra. Yeah, you got it. Alright, well, a bit of an unfortunate loss there. Not surprising, just unfortunate. A couple things. Game 1, I think I should have grabbed for either EE for 1. Should have grabbed EE for 1, right? To get rid of the Amulet Vigors. Or we should have Stone Brained for Titan. Karn would have died, yes. We would have still been left with the Writhing Chrysalis in hand. We also should not have been so hasty to use Ghost Quarters, especially with the amount of mana. Yeah, should not have been so hasty activating Ghost Quarters. Paragon is really sweet. They're saying how they've learned a lot about Eldrazi ramp from me. It's such a weird experience at this point, like knowing that, like, I wouldn't say I'm well known, but I'm known. Like, people recognize me. It's a strange feeling. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but it's strange, right? So yeah, I should have been hasty in activating Ghost Quarters, especially with the amount of mana they had. I should have just held it and waited for something like a Saga, which they ended up playing immediately after me activating it, like a dummy. Game 2... I'm not sure there's too much I could have done game 2. I think there was something that I was thinking about in retrospect. I think the only thing I could have done differently was I could have played the Temple instead of the Fetch. That way we could have, well, been able to play the World Breaker. That would have been really good, because we could have gotten rid of the Saga before they got a second Vigor. Yeah. So, a few things here and there. Definitely some misplays that I think could have changed the course of the game. Do I think it would have resulted in a win, though? Not necessarily. But that being said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. Hand's a bit clunky, but we have a lot of hits off the top, so we'll keep. It's like not my favorite in the world, but like we can hit Kozilek's command, we can hit a Talisman, so we can turn 3 kick a Mycospawn. I don't think what else. Malevolent Rumble. There's the command. We're playing against blue, so we're going to hold. There's a Thought Scour, so okay, we know what we're playing against. There's a Murktide. The question is, do we cast the command now? They could play a frog, alternatively they could just hold up a counterspell. So I think I will do this now. The question is, do I want to get rid of stuff in grave? I could bog with the Mycospawn, so I think we do that. Downside would be a Spell Pierce here. Honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. Yeah, we can top and top this. Because now we can Cavernous Souls, kick the Mycospawn, Bajuka Bog. And the only thing that would really hurt would be a Harbinger. Eldrazi. With that in mind, I wonder if it's correct for us not to kick. But I guess if we kick, then they can't Harbinger anyways. So no, kicking is correct. Get rid of their islands, see if they want to fetch. Thought Scour. So they were a bit impatient here. They should have actually held that because of exactly what's about to happen. I've mentioned this a few times, and people have asked me, well, why do you search after you exile? And this is exactly why. People like to shortcut and get a bit impatient. We like to do the thing we're thinking of doing in the moment we think it, right? But that then opens them up to this. So yes, it plays into the thought that our opponent's going to make a mistake, but I mean, when they do, it's consequential. Consider. And pass. Pass. On Earth, the Forage. Yep, that's fine. Emrakul, you say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just gonna World Breaker. 4, 5, 6, 7. Breaker. Get rid of Watery Grave. No attack because they can just grow the frog. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll attack. This is bait. Perfect. Yep, that's fine. You'll block. So now we have enough for Emrakul next turn. They'll pitch. Will you unearth? You will. That's okay. I mean, you can grow beyond the World Breaker if you really want. But they choose not to. That's fine. You manifest. And we will imprint the World Breaker. I wonder if they've realized yet that attack was bait. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What say you, friend? An uncounterable 13/13. Alrighty. No attacks. And opponent scoops it up. So this looks like Dimir, Oculus. Win for game 1. Yeah, this is kind of a good example of something that we've been discussing with the hand data we generate, where Karn was in the opening hand. I think it was opening hand, but it's kind of rotted in the hand. And so, like, yeah, Karn gets a win underneath its belt, but did nothing to actually contribute to the game. Hence why context is really important with the hand data we generate, because we could misinterpret that win as attributed to Karn when in reality it was not, right? So, things to think about. I wonder if there's a way for us to, like, check a box of was this card played or not, right? Might be something I need to talk to Thinker about. But I think we run it back like this. On the draw for game 2. Yeah, we can keep this. Reveal Devourer and pass. Trigger. I mean, Writhing Chrysalis is good here. It's a good blocker, so I'll grab the Chrysalis. Running Catacombs, fetch, shock. With Stomping Ground. Utopia Sprawl. Do you have a Spell Pierce or a Force? Fetch. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Surveil trigger. And Force. Yeah, I mean, I think that's correct. This does mean we'll hold up the return next turn in case of a Harbinger. Froge. There's a land, which is good. I mean, I could get them to pitch a card now, but we'll just hold. Just in case they cast a Harbinger. Next turn, however, we can cast the Chrysalis. What we think, an opponent? Okay. Considers their options. Might be a Landlight. No, if they were, they wouldn't have put a island into grave. I mean, I want to cast this return regardless. So I think... I mean, I get blown out by an Unearth, though. Ugh. Yeah, fine. I was about to say, if they pitch a Harbinger and then Unearth. Another Froge. Okay, this actually works out in my favor, I think. Because now if they want to protect both of them, they're going to have to pitch 2 cards. What we thinking, your friend? Pitches a Murktide. And pitches an Unearth. So they did have the Unearth, for what it's worth. Another return, Jesus. Okay. I don't have the sources I need for a Chrysalis, unfortunately. So we Rumble. Mycospawn. Mycospawn might be correct here. Yeah. One, two, three, four. Yeah, so we'll just play the lab and pass. Now we hope that they don't have a Harbinger in hand. Do we block one of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, but then we don't have any green sources anyways. You want to get the 7 ASAP so we can then exile the return. 5, 6, it'd be 1 off. We would need a land. Yeah, I'll block. Don't want you drawing too many cards here. The more cards you draw, the more chances of you having consign and whatnot. Temple's good. There's no reason for us not to kick here. See if you have the consign. Yeah, you do. Damn. Counters all 3. Yep. Well, that is a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, still wouldn't have been enough. We'll pass. Yeah, a colored source would be good here for the Chrysalis. Right now, drawing too many cards. I'm gonna say Oculus. Yeah, that feels like an open Harbinger. That's even worse. That's the worst case scenario. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's see, they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have lethal. You got it. I cannot do anything about that. So loss for game 2. And we will cut a gemstone for a Karn. Yeah, they just had the right cards at the right time, unfortunately. On the play for game 3, and is not keepable. I don't think the hand's keepable either. What makes this hand better, right? I guess a soul land. Doesn't feel great though. Especially with them keeping their opening 7. Yikes. Also would mean that we can't fetch. I'll keep it. Pitching the Aragast. Reveal Devourer. Trigger. See, like, the Temple is probably best, but I would have loved the Myco Spawner to Chrysalis here. We could still go for it, go Sanctum, then Fetch, then Impulse into a Chrysalis. We'll grab the Temple, though. Play Sanctum, pass. And pass. Undercity Sewers, that's fine. I'm going to say that they probably have a Force in hand. Temple. Attempt to resolve Talisman. Yep, there's the Force. Yeah, people have gotten wise to just snap countering any of the ramp that this deck has. There's a return. We will hold. Yep, Sewers. Right now we don't need a permission spell. There's a Froge. Yes, that resolves. Go to end step. Windswept Teeth fetch. Attempt to go Stomping Grounds and attempt to command X to it, but also tempted to try and return and see if they pitch something. Might be better. No, we'll go Stomping Ground, Shock. Why do you have priority again? I guess I still have priority, right? Interesting. I would have passed priority there. Attempt to exile the frog. You have the consign. Yeah, you do. Yep. Breaker. Breaker would have been good. Wooded Foothills. And run it back. So what royally screws us over right now? A Harbinger. Hence why I didn't return in response. So it looks like they might be either trying to unearth. Okay. Yes. In response, I'm gonna fetch for a commercial district. Surveil for another return is not where we want, but it does get it into the graveyard, which is relevant. Debating whether or not we want to put this in grave. I don't think we do. Run it back. 8, 10, 13. Draw. Utopia Sprawl doesn't get us there right now. For red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 1 off. Not liking this. Combat. So 3, 6, 11, 13 down to 1. Okay. Down to 3. Fetch. Swamp. Harbinger. Oh, son of a... Special action. So, like, I thought about returning in response to them attacking, but was holding the return in case they cast the Harbinger. Of course, they just special action the Harbinger anyways, and I can't respond to it. Uragas doesn't cut it anyways, so you would have lost regardless. Yep, you got it. Yeah, the fact that you can't react to them flipping the manifest creature's rough. Because, yeah, they can just all of a sudden Blood Moon you, or in this case, Flood Moon you out of nowhere, right? Oof. Oofta. Alright, well, on to match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Opponents thinking if they want to be on the play. I mean, I'd be more than happy to be on the play, opponent. Just putting it out there. This hand is not keepable, and really, the Orphan Guard. Okay, you mulligan. Keep? Question mark? Dump the lab. There's a lot of hits off the top. Pass. Hollowed Fountain, so it's probably control. Commercial districts. Stomping Ground. Yeah, we'll put it on top. Pass. Because that allows us to Utopia Sprawl and Rumble next turn. Granted, it doesn't get countered, of course. So Stomping Ground, Shock, Utopia Sprawl for red. Green for Rumble. Counterspell. Spell Snare. Okay. And pass. Fetch. Shock. Narset. Narset. Yep. So probably has Days Undoing. At least somewhere in the deck. Orange Chant. Okay. Do you have a force? Aragast. So we can tuck the Aragast, ensuring that doesn't get turned around by Days Undoing. That'd be my thought. Cast card. You have a force. You do not. The only problem I have right now is that whatever I -4 will likely get it by Days Undoing, right? Yeah. So we haven't seen red. Well, no. They can't have Flage because of the Orphan Guard. So that's a moot point there. They could have the Entomb, not Entomb, the dragon, the Eternal Dragon, Timeless Dragon. That's an option. Maybe we just plus here. Yeah, we'll just plus. And pass. Alright. Narset minus. For reveal. Island Cycle. Archive tapped. Imagine they chant next turn. Prismatic Ending. Yeah, imagine on upkeep they lock me. Yep. Can't cast spells. Yep. Good news is I have lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I no longer have access to Flute. Does it make sense for me to minus knowing that they could Days Undoing? Maybe just grab a Brain since it has redundancy in the side. Yeah, we'll minus grab a Brain. Stone Brain. And pass. Let's say it's pretty much guaranteed that they have Narset, they have Days Undoing. To Fairy. Yes, that's fine. Minus, no, plus. Okay. Draw. Chant again? Gotta be joking me. Yes. Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably just plus again here. Physically cannot do anything, so we pass. And hold up the ability to respond. A plus. Days Undoing. Yes, Days Undoing. Okay, so we were right to play around that this entire time. We'll draw nothing, of course. So we have to worry about Days Undoing as well as the Scepter Lock. We have Karn right now, so not as relevant. So we could just get rid of Days Undoing. That's a thought. However, Orange Chant is also a genuine concern. Interesting. Like, yeah, Days Undoing can do some damage, as we've seen. But Orange Chant, if they bounce the Karn, will just lock us out of the game. The Stonebrain? Does it resolve? You do have a Spell Snare. You do not. So Orange Chant. Because I'm afraid that they had the Scepter Lock. Let's see. Do you have Scepter? Oh, you don't have Scepter. Interesting. Huh. Okay. You have 2 Days Undoing. And then, of course, you have the Solitudes. Is it really just the Solitudes? Is that it? Hold up. Yeah, it looks like it's just the Solitudes. If I get another chance, I can just get rid of their entire... I guess also the Orphan Guard. Yeah, that's right. I also do have access to Orphan Guard. Tune the narrative. Plays the Plains. Rude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Airgas isn't great right now anyways, so that's fine. Scalding Tarn to Grave. World Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tempted the Sprawl here. Does that resolve? It does. So we could go World Breaker and get rid of a land. But again, really tempted to just get rid of Solitude, right? Let's do this. I'll get rid of a Hallowed Fountain. And then I imagine they have Solitude based on how they're playing. We'll change phases, forcing them to cast Solitude now. Yep, there's Solitude as anticipated. I will actually... Oh. Interesting. I tried to click cancel, but clicked to the side of it, and it acted as if I targeted nothing. Awkward. I was thinking about whether or not maybe I should grab something from the side, but... Alright. It is what it is now. Takes up a Fairy so that I can play Prismatic Ending at any time. Emrakul, you say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I wonder if they would have cast the Solitude had I cast the Stone Brain. Double tune the narrative. Put a pause on end step. There's Hedge Maze. I already feel like this one's going to be a bit of a slog. Karn down. Tick up to Fairy. The Urgas not drawing anything is kind of rough. Draw. Prismatic Ending, the Utopia Sprawl. Days Undoing again. Yeah. Alright. So they have a fresh new hand. We'll pass. To the narrative. Put a pause on their end step. Yeah, casting the Urgast here just doesn't seem good. Not in the slightest. There's the Kahir, the Orphan Guard. Oh, and now they have me in the Sanitarium lock. So we draw. So I'm forced now to return Urgast to hand if I'm to have a chance to do anything. I now can't play anything of consequence lest I end up locked underneath Sanitarium. So we'll pitch, I think, the Stone Brain. And then pass. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're one short. 2 in the narrative. Pass. Takes up to Fairy. Attacks. Nope, first they're going to play the Orphan Guard. Yep. Yeah, unfortunate. Had I known that... I guess you can just X1? Yeah. Had I known that they didn't have the Scepter in main, then I wouldn't have Stone Brained it. Would have went for Days Undoing instead. Sanitarium. Pitch the Talisman. And pass. As I said, right now I can't do anything of consequence. Unless I'm able to get rid of that Narset or the Sanitarium. Down to 9. Sanitarium. Command is interesting. I'd like to like it, but it means they're still locked underneath Sanitarium's the problem. I'll get rid of the command. It increases the ability to potentially go into Emrakul. That'd be my thought. Solitudes, that's lethal damage on board. Yep, you got it. No reason to belabor the point. So this is... I guess it is... Bant control? Go to sideboard. Do I have a sideboard guide for control? Not really, no. Wasn't too high on the meta share, so I don't think I made one. I mean, the returns are okay, the card's kind of bad. Then again, if they have Scepter's the only problem. Return is okay, kind of, because it does clear their entire board of all their threats. But maybe Stonebrain's correct. We're on the play, so at the very least Gemstone out. I think Chrysalis in. And the question is what comes out. Like, Karn doesn't feel great in this matchup, except for the fact that they have the Scepter lock, right? Return feels kind of awkward, though. Yeah, so maybe like this. Could also argue Stone Rain, question mark? Doesn't feel great. Yeah, we'll run it back like this. On the play for game 2. Ugh, awkward hand. Mulligan. Key pitch Ghost Quarters. Basically, we're just hoping to hit something off the top. We have a lot of hits off the top, to be fair. Do you force it? You do not. Pass. And pass. Vel. Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl. On green. Commercial District. Bog the Grave. And pass. Meticulous Archive. Maze the Grave. Why the green, I wonder? I guess maybe just another color for the prismatic ending. Talisman. Yikes. Play the Talisman. Play Misty. Pass. Fountain tap, 2 narrative. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit annoying if they now go Wrath the Skies for 2. I mean, actually, they can just Wrath the Skies for 0. And then 2 energy, rather. Yup. Thought that might happen. Stomping Ground tapped. K command. Problem is, I just don't foresee this resolving. Yeah, I feel like we need to hold it back. Use it as a permission spell. Camera Soul is good. Probably should have went for the Wooded Foothills instead, though. Thin the deck. Also, don't give them another colorless source. What? Memory Deluge. Tempted to command here, but afraid of a force. The thing is, we need to set up our hand, so I think we just need to take the time to do it. somehow resolved. Go figure. Bottom, top, 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 and draw. Pass. Now we can get a body on board guaranteed next turn thanks to Cavernous Souls. If they don't play anything, then we'll World Breaker. I guess they could Wrath the Sky for 0. That'd be fine though. Yeah. Oof. That's actually a big oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So what did Foothills pass? Otawara. Narset. Days Undoing. Orange Chant. Okay. Well, that Malevolent Rumble's looking worse and worse. Orange Chant. Well, there's the Windswept Teeth. So next time we can get rid of Narset. Granted, they don't Days Undoing me. Consigned. Okay, so we can't get rid of the Narset. Sanitarium. Oh, you have... As well as I do have both. Whirlwind Denial. Okay. Fetch of Windswept. Grab a Forest. Then you'll Sanitarium me. They thought against it. Rumble. I'm not gonna rumble, unfortunately. Actually, the Sanitarium's gonna bug me. The thing is, they're going to counter the trigger targeting the Narset. Also, how did I mess that up? Oh, shoot. Uh-huh. I can't use the Cavern as colored source because I need a second one, which makes that consign considerably better. Uh-huh. Okay then. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. I want a body on board. So Myco Spawn. Cast. Now we have a body on board. You can counter the trigger, but that's about it. Yep. We we got the consign out of the hand. And pass. Yep, you can... Okay, you don't Sanitarium. That's good for us. Passing. You want this Narset gone. Play the island. Days Undoing. Less than ideal. Because now that means you can Sanitarium lock me as long as Narset's on board. Which means if you have a Solitude or SOL... We'll pitch the Writhing Chrysalis. We're going to go to combat. And try and take out the Narset. Narset down. Sanitarium down. Okay. So we're no longer under lock. Fetch of the Flooded Strand. Solitude. Green Verdict. Yeah, that'll do it. At least we're not Sanitarium locked. Tune. Orange Chant? No. I mean, I think just getting a body on board is correct. Oh, we're in the same position again, aren't we? That Dampening Sphere is a problem. I mean, if they just counter it, then what? We'll hold it. Yeah, just like trying to force it through the counter seems incorrect. There's Narset. So at least now we can try and exile it. Ugh, of course, Chant. Yep. Orphan Guard to hand. And here comes the Chant. Yep. We have the Temple, which does mean we can World Breaker next turn, if we want. And also cast Devourer and make sure the body resolves. There's a few things that we can keep in mind now. There's the Orphan Guard. Narset. Days Undoing. Well, shoot. That does complicate things. Means we'd have 2 draws. Narset. Okay. Interesting. Why not tick down the Narset? Ugh, another chant. Yep, that is an obnoxious card, friend. Play the Ghost Quarter, because there's no reason not to. Reveal. Yes. Shock the Fountain. Why shock it? Hit me for 3, down to 14. Tick down Narset. There's Consign. Yeah. So that means that we can no longer exile Narset. We can get a body on board. Command is good. Well, let's go... One, two, three, 4. Attempt to exile Narset. Of course, that won't happen. I mean, you can try and replicate it. That's fine. So body's on board, which is what matters here. Flooded Strand. Take down Narset for Teferi Hero. Yeah. So now you can tuck my Devourer if you want. Yes. Will you tick down or tick up? Tick up. Alright. Feels like a Solitude's on its way. Either that or they're looking for one. Okay. If they would have had the Solitude, I feel like they would have played it there, though. So why wouldn't they? Alright. Writhing Chrysalis. Days Undoing still sitting there, but I think we need to go after Teferi. Really? Oh, let's cast the Writhing Chrysalis. Trigger. Tune the narrative. They might be setting up a Wrath. Take up. Passing? This seems wrong. What in the fresh hell's going on here? No Days Undoing, no nothing. Kicked Orange Chant? Yeah, that's a thing you can do. I have very little recourse for. Yes. Can't attack, can't cast. Draw. Rumble. Pass. Fetch with the Scalding Tarn. Tick up with the Fairy. It's a -8 ult if I remember correctly. Yes. Wrath. In response, for x equals 7, I'll attempt a phase change. I'm gonna hold up 4 mana. So 1, 2. Hold up 4. Counterspell resolves. Oh, I'm a dummy. They got rid of, like, it didn't matter, but they got rid of, Damn Sphere. Could've went deeper. Well, let's do this. Return Worldbreaker to hand. Sacrifice a forest. So I'll get another body on board. 1. So we have enough for a lot. Let's attempt to rumble. There's the counterspell. Okay, Worldbreaker it is then. Still not sure about this green source. Might as well get rid of it just in case it's relevant. Trigger, no imprint, and we'll pass. And here comes the Solitude. Yep. Well, things are looking a bit grim now. Memory Deluge. What are my outs? I guess Emrakul would be a good one. Yeah, I think Emrakul might be my only out. Wormschant. Yeah. Interesting. Another Solitude. Upkeep. No, I think we need to stack. And once again, we need to hold up 4. All right. Bog. Top. Bottom. Top, draw. pass. Wrath for 0. Yep, minus. They still have the Days Undoing in hand, or am I crazy? Okay, they do. No, I was right. So I was correct for doing what I did. But I already drew a card, that's right. Major downside there. Well, I will attempt to rumble. Oof. Hitting a whole lot of nothing. So yeah, maybe I should just exile a Solitude then? I mean, it forced them the Days Undoing for what it's worth, so I don't know. If they Lorn revealed, then we might be SOL. Here is fine. Doesn't really matter if we block here right now. Down to 2. And Stonebrain won't cut it. You got it. Unfortunate. I mean, I think I played efficiently. I think it comes down to that game 1, I think it was definitely winnable, but the fact that we Stonebrained for something that wasn't in our opponent's, or around something that wasn't our opponent's deck definitely cost us. But it is what it is. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. Some small misplays here and there, but overall played well. I think I went through all the missed lines. But that being said, solid league. We'll learn from our mistakes. I think we can definitely use the card data for Yawgmoth, Amulet Titan, Oculus, and Control, and go from there. With that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting that like button. Comment down below if you did see any mistakes that I made, any lines that I missed that I did not mention, or just some general feedback. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my successes and my failures, I hope to learn from you all as well. And last but not least, if you aren't already subscribed and have made it to this point in the video, please do consider subscribing as we're getting closer and closer to our 500 subscriber goal. With that being said, folks, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!